Okay, hopefully everything's in check, in tow, and ready to go because good evening, everybody. This is Miles Luigi. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty fantastic myself. Got back from moving a whole bunch of things, going from an old apartment to a new apartment. That naturally takes a lot of time, hence why I haven't been uploading anything at all. Naturally, it's kind of hard to balance everything. I even took a couple of days off from work, and even after all that, it's just like, wow. All this time going through boxes or moving boxes and totes and boxes and totes and then putting everything back in order and boxes and totes and in order. Does this go there? Does this go? Oh, look, there's that thing. That's where that thing went and other stuff like that. And I'm still not technically done, but at least I'm in a state where I'm content, and I have an office, which is also the LP room, as I'll call it. The office LP room, as I'll call it. Tonight, we are actually going to get back to Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Mario Alone. One of my goals here, actually, is probably to rotate between the three types of streams here. Monday nights, as usual, unless something weird happens. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, Super Mario 74, and of course, Mario Monday with some more Mario Maker. Oh, man. So, once again, as always, I actually got to keep better track of this because people have been sending me level codes. I just have to actually pay attention to them. But I do ask if you do have a level for me, like comment in the YouTube or send me a message on YouTube or Twitter or something like that. Not in Twitch chat. It's going to get lost in Twitch chat. Only if we're doing a Mario Monday, post your level codes in Twitch chat because otherwise I'm going to lose it. I absolutely guarantee it. So, let's make sure I understand how this all works here. Get the homebrew channel started here. And you can hear the game, everyone, right? I did test this. It looked like everyone would be able to hear the game, and everyone should be able to hear Skype when I get a Skype call started. I can double check that, because I can go to Skype and I can be like, make sound. Thank you for making sound. I don't want to run into the issue that I ran into last time, just because I want to talk just a brief bit about this. Earlier today, I was out with a old friend here that I don't get to see too terribly often. We went out to a night at dinner, and he apparently knows somebody who is like, you know what, I just want to spend a month off of work. I want to see if I can do Twitch streaming for a living, which is very much in the same realm as trying to do YouTube for a living. To anyone who has that aspiration, I will just say, no. No. No, don't try to get into doing Twitch for a living. Don't try to go into YouTube for a living. It is dead partners. A very, very high ceiling, and not only that, that's a very high ceiling that you have to maintain. Even if you're at, say, my level, obviously I don't have enough viewers for Twitch streaming, and to get the subscribe button, I need to get up to 500 viewers. I actually looked that up. But for YouTube, you know, I'm decent. I don't make a living. I think I make a week's worth of food. So if your aspiration is to make money on YouTube, I will just answer that by saying, don't. And I hope the Hapaj didn't just do weird things, because yeah, this was in interlace mode, and then it went over to progressive mode. I actually should double check that. Now here's another funny fact here, is the remote control that I have for my monitor, it actually controls two of the monitors. So when I change the input device on one, it changes the input device on both, so that's a funny fact. Tonight we are going to finally get back into Paper Mario and the 1000 Year Door, an RPG that everyone adores and loves and continuously bothers me that I need to get back to. Good times, good times. Yankee gal, I'm by myself right now. Alright, where exactly did we leave off here? Did I make a copy of the save file? Alone is still at 10:59. Okay, I suppose back that up, because you never know when something weird happens. There we go, and we're gonna get started really, really shortly here. I do know why Yoshi's on tonight, so I should at the very least get him into a call unless he's not interested in being called tonight. I have both people, Pop-Tart and Higsby, know that I stream Monday nights. Higsby might sometimes join us, you know, Pop-Tart not so much. He has his game night that night, so that won't exactly work out. Alright, let's get this show on the road. How are we doing tonight, Yoshi?
Hello there.
You doing well?
Yeah.
You didn't come back from just moving, right?
No.
That's good, because that's what I've been doing for like the past week, continually, non-stop. I gotta pull up my notes here before we even get started, because we just entered into Keelhaul Key, and we were about to take on the treacherous, watery caves.
Ice power, I guess.
Is that the last badge that I got? Ice power? Unless I organize my badges.
Probably.
Yeah, I must organize my badges. Ice power, did I even pick it up? Ice power, I think, is late in the list. Yeah, it is! It's like one of the last things on the list. Holy cow. That's, entertaining. Let's get that over here. Sorry, messing things around here. Okay, chapter 5. Here we go. Okay, there we go. I've been re-accumulated with the game, and provided I haven't lost my timed hits, I should be good to go, but we are reminded that this cave is dangerous and deadly.
And skippable.
And
Japanese movies.
Oh man, speedrunning in this game just continues to develop, doesn't it? It's fascinating. What have been the latest developments on speedrunning Thousand Year Door?
You can get Bobby a little early. But that's about it. So
Okay.
it's a teleporter room thing.
Okay, so Bobbery is no longer so far out of the way.
You know how Flavio shows up by the entrance to the grotto?
Mm-hmm, I do.
And then, so the game loads that spray, Bobby spray, and the enemy spray off screen. And you can clip your way out of bounds to force the enemy fight.
The enemy fight trigger is there, just not in a place that's normally accessible.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, start the fight and then boom, you hit the cutscene, because naturally the cutscene loads next.
Yeah, you get the cutscene for getting Barbie out of the tree. You basically had to start chapter 5 to progress things, but now you can hit that battle trigger and you don't have to do the chapter 4 interlude.
Wow, I can't even time a guard today, that's not good to sign. Anyway.
So yeah, the perfect run now is about 4 hours, 15 minutes.
Okay.
4:10.
I believe the person who posted the tool-assisted speedrun also had a video on potential skips in Thousand Year Door, and basically like the almighty skip, if it could be found, would be the Palace and the Shadow Temple skip. If you could skip that, the game gets cut down by like hours. Which is amazing to think about.
So wouldn't need the boats and some other stuff. If you could just skip that. Yeah.
There we go. I want to say you could run through a lot of this with the Yoshi, but I'm just going to take it slow, take my time here. There we go. So that'd be crazy to think Thousand Year Door speedrun in like 2 hours. Is that faster than actual regular Paper Mario? I think Paper Mario's around 3 hours, so yeah, that would be really fast. Ouch! Oh, much better. Holy cow. So naturally, me moving means I haven't had too much time to play much of anything. I take it you've been up to the Mario Maker, Yoshi, or have you been up to anything else?
I haven't played too much lately. I'm waiting for Roy World this Friday.
Oh gosh, that's gonna be coming out soon. That's another another game to play. Here we go. So
I've avoided most spoilers.
That's good.
All this time, so.
I haven't looked into anything relating to the game, so I think I have a head start on you on that one. Been explicitly avoiding anything about the game. Oh, yes, thanks. Electrical status element is very helpful here, game. Thank you. Oh, I don't have multi-bounce on right now. Okay, because I want to say I can kill the Bill Blaster on a jump. What is the defense on the Bill Blaster again? 2 defense. Yeah,
Two.
I could kill him on a jump. Yeah, he doesn't fire next turn though, so let's kill the Bill. And like that, we got a chance to restore some 9 HP here. I got it! Haha! There we go. I haven't really had much chance to play too many video games. This is like the first one I've played since I've moved, admittedly. Oh, you do fire a bullet bill on the same turn. Really? Is that something you do? I recall you go between turns. Am I recalling that wrong?
I'm sorry, repeat.
This Bill Blaster, it might be Paper Mario by itself, not 1,000 Year Door, but he's shooting a Bill Blaster every turn.
I thought it was supposed to be every other turn, so you don't get into a lock.
Yeah.
Now that I'm watching, you're getting into a lock. You're gonna have to use Art Attack or something.
I think you just have to get rid of the Bill Blaster and take the hit.
Or Earth Tremor, yeah, either way. You have 30 HP for a reason, right?
Yes. But one thing that I did kind of get into was, well, not really get into. I've spoiled myself to a lot of a recent like indie game that came out called Undertale. Were you aware of it, Mayoshi?
No.
Okay. It's kind of an indie RPG. It's a very similar to like other SNES RPGs. That's kind of the style it's supposed to be going after. And the whole thing about the game, it's really hard to talk about the game without spoilers because it's really story heavy in some ways. But the premise behind the game is that you have the choice to either have mercy on everything or kill everything. Bulky bombs is my best thing for bulky bombs. So, and the game, like the way it unfolds, totally changes depending on whether you're killing things or having mercy on things.
Interesting.
I'm dizzy. So that game has been really distracting, like having YouTube videos in the game while I'm moving things. I'm just gonna say, you probably shouldn't spoil yourself on the game, though look up a couple things on it. It's intriguing. Apparently today I cannot hit the bulky bomb because I am dizzy. Okay, I'm no longer dizzy. Might as well have been fog, but whatever. There we go. We can go ahead and pick everything up here. There we go. So I'm going to use the super hammer. It's going to knock the other ember to 6 HP for me so that I can just kill it off next turn without any other special attacks. I am on fire, which you would think would be way more devastating to paper than it actually really is. But alas, it's not. Since we were just talking about speedruns, I do follow Almo on Twitter, and he posts on Twitter like his submissions for all the different Paper Mario games to the next AG2Q. And like his description for Sticker Star is pretty funny, which evidently the Sticker Star speedrun is around 4 hours.
Yep.
It's not exactly a game that I want to see at an AG2Q, but it'd be kind of interesting. I'll give it that.
Didn't they start the last GDQ with Sonic Boom?
Oh, they did, yes, they did. I don't think Sonic Boom's on the same level as, say,
I guess not.
Sticker Star. I think Sonic Boom was included because you could skip like almost all the game by jumping with Knuckles.
Still 2 bad games in their own way. But yeah, get rid of the bad game quicker for Sonic Boom.
So yeah, Sonic Boom, here's what you do. You go to Knuckles, jump, pause, jump, pause, jump, pause, jump, pause. It's really entertaining in that regard. But yeah, I don't think they would include Sticker Star unless there was a way to break it, because I think half the fun of the GDQ is seeing how can this game be broken? What can you do to, well, horrendously, get around things in this game? You know, that's half the fun. Why would I turn back? Or I will never leave. So probably back out. Here we go. So yeah, Yankee Gal, they did announce an Ace Attorney 6, and guess what? It is actually coming out in the States as opposed to the one that takes place like 100 years ago and has like Sherlock Holmes and like Dracula as the prosecution. Apparently that's like just never gonna come out in the US. Like, just never.
By far it wouldn't sell at all.
That's a problem that Ace Attorney games tend to run into quite a bit, but there's definitely a very much a fan base for Ace Attorney games. I'm gonna get myself out of here with another Quake Hammer. Hopefully I can get at least one of the bulky bombs. There we go. There we go, that's what I wanted. So Yankee Gal, Ace Attorney 6 would be theoretically coming out on, would be coming out on the 3DS. And as you know, 3DS capture is definitely a big deal for me. It's something that I'm not able to easily do unless I have a video camera. And I've said repeatedly that I'm not really interested in buying a capture card or a capture device. I'm actually curious if they make those capture devices for the new 3DS XL, because that is my 3DS. But emulation should be coming. I haven't looked at what Citra has been up to, but it could only improve, so I'd have to assume it's improved. But I wouldn't be necessarily interested in showing like a case or two of Ace Attorney, admittedly. Ace Attorney games are very, very, very strongly story-based. And it almost feels like spoilers if you just look on YouTube for videos of Ace Attorney. I could actually say the exact same thing about Undertale, actually. It's,
yeah, you're just choosing to watch the game instead of playing it.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'll admit, I actually liked watching Undertale so much that I actually bought it. It's only like $10, though I haven't played it, and I don't exactly have intentions on playing it, but it was just like, this is one of those situations where this game is really awesome, and I kind of feel bad now. Okay, it's $10, I'll buy it. There we go. Is there anything else up here? I want to say there's a star piece up here. That's why I did this. Star piece! There we go. Great. Trying to think, was there any other purpose to this room other than the shine sprite and this star piece? I don't think so. I got the key on the ledge, that's right. So, but yeah, Ace Attorney games very strongly story related. A Let's Play of Ace Attorney can work, but it's really strongly dependent on the person playing, their reactions and thought process to it. And since I've played, well, not all the Ace Attorney games, but a lot of them, I don't think it would be as fun. It's one of those situations where it really is conducive to, say, a blind playthrough. In that case, you might want to say, well, at the same time, Evil Pop-Tarts actually played Ace Attorney 2 now at this point. If we could get Evil Pop-Tart to play Ace Attorney blind, oh, that'd be interesting. Our group has actually recorded, oh, I suppose I already uploaded the first video of it, the next Bowser's Side Story video. And Evil Pop-Tart, he must have been accidentally using the wrong microphone. Because I noticed that in editing, I'm like, he must have been using the wrong microphone. Fun behind
He's audible just a little.
He is. Behind the scenes fact is that he ended up actually getting a kind of an on-call call in the middle of that recording. So he just drops off actually after the next part entirely, and I had edited in the and this is the Evil Pop-Tart at the end. Not his fault, but life happens. Life happens. Now, what is the most dangerous enemy to be right here? So the lava bubble has 6 HP. I could just knock it off. And the buzzy beetles I should be able to defend myself against. Yeah. Actually get my timed hits in. There we go. Timed hits. I need to practice that more, so well, I don't even have multi-bounce to do it. I'm going to take them out one at a time. Alright, starting to build the confidence here a bit, and I even have a chance to restore HP again here. See if I can time this. Not quite. Oh, you're gonna try to throw a mystery to me. Pfft, miss. That mystery will forever now be a mystery, as I've now gotten enough star points here to level up. So let's take a look here. This is level... Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the level number. Does it actually tell me the level number? Ah, shoot. Well, when in doubt, BP, right? After level 14, continue leveling up BP with an occasional HP. Okay, yeah, BP.
You can always buy HP plus.
And you drop me all the goodies. There we go. Alright, one more Buzzy Beetle to go. So, You'll Poptor is starting in the role in his new job. He's almost done with the training aspects. That's good. His life as well is going to start settling down, which is pretty good for recordings and stuff. It is good because, well, I've been having a lot of difficulty doing anything Bowser's Inside Story related. So, it's nice because we're starting to get closer to the end of that game.
Are you gonna do the gauntlet?
It'll be a thing to show off, yes. Oh gosh, that was terribly timed, Miles Luigi. Oh gosh, that was terribly timed, Miles Luigi.
You're gonna have to probably grind up levels for that. Do it reasonably.
To some level, yeah.
The game tells you to really grind up a lot, but you don't. Once you reach the rainbow level, you get the ever excellent badge, and I found that was enough.
I myself actually haven't ever done it, so...
Have you ever grind up to level 40?
I have done that on my playthrough on my 3DS, so I have gotten Mario & Luigi up to 40. So that's about as far as I went, actually. There's also all the other mini-games that I haven't really shown off. The mini-game difficulty is definitely up there, so part of me is wondering, do I actually really want to do these? The ones that I've shown off took me quite a number of attempts to get down, so... Especially that Goomba one, the first Bowser Goomba one, oh gosh. That one was not fun.
Yeah, I was spamming the touchscreen. I'll be right back.
Alright. Oh gosh, I didn't even know someone was trying to throw something to me. We'll tough it out. Toughing out may have been a bad choice. Okay, not too terribly bad of a choice. But yeah, those Buzzy Beetles really knocked me down. I better just get this heal in right now when it's easy.
Yeah, if you do all the mini games, you'll get the Masterware, which is pretty good. But you can also just go in with 2 AOK wares, and it doesn't really matter.
Well,
and you already have the best shell. You get a different, pretty good shell, but if you do the massage mini games, but
I actually never even finished the Goomba one on the 3DS. I only did it for the Let's Play.
Yeah, well, let me look up the stats on that.
Okay.
With no gauntlet for Bowser, there's not much incentive, honestly.
No, there isn't. He just kind of tramples everything.
Shells. I think it's a shell. Yeah, you get the King Shell. Your defense is almost as high, 260, but you also get plus 20 SP, plus 20 PAL, and your Falcon Punch is plus 30% PAL.
Oh, I need Aubrey for this. Okay. So yeah, very similar to the Ironclad, but you get other stats other than defense.
Stats almost as much defense.
Missed me. I forgot this is a thing. Missed me.
And the Masterware, while I'm here, is defense plus 140, SP plus 20, and special attack power plus 25%.
Well, that's one heck of a special attack power up. Holy cow.
What I like to do is have Luigi, I think, have the Masterware, then use a Super Strike jump helmet.
That attack, special attack power affects Mario?
Because Luigi's doing the attack, yes.
Ah.
When he uses the attack, you get the up.
Okay. Alright, and then Mario will do just that.
And Mario just... There's one bit of wear that's only all POW. No defense. And so I think I put the one kill socks on or something, so I just... Super Glass Cannon.
No joke. Playing the game on expert mode, I see. Well, I don't have much other choice other than to kill the Bill Blasters, so I'll do that.
Our Jeremy69 asks, when you did pre-hook tail, bone tail, what was the most difficult part?
Most difficult part probably was around, well, two sections. Early on, probably around the 30s, 40s, because you really haven't started getting those level ups to really help you out, and you start facing enemies that can kill you pretty quickly if you don't time your super guards well. And the other part would probably be around the 80s, just because you really need to play those battles correctly, and you definitely absolutely need the super guarding. Like if I went into pre-hook tail now, especially I haven't played the game for a while, unless I got into the rhythm of things again, I would probably die. Bone tail was not the most difficult part, though bone tail can really mess you up pretty easily. One status ailment could just be your end. I wouldn't call them the most difficult part, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I died in the 80s. So Rancho just do so much damage, I wasn't quite ready for that. The stage also froze me once in the 70s, and I died. So don't let the stage freeze you. You have to keep an eye on that when you're in the teens on levels, when the stage can freeze you.
Ah, yeah, definitely. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the badge that actually protects us from defense piercing. P down, D up. That's always a nice addition. It's not going to be a superstar this run, though I do have uses for it. And now we're going to get our final curse. Shall we listen to his spiel? I mean, if you were locked in a chest for thousands of years, you would probably be ecstatic to actually see someone be like, "Oh, hi, get me out of here." I wonder if he's like a Neopet and he's just continually starving. I try to avoid like anything virtual pet related, like Tamagotchi Neopets or whatever is the modern equivalent nowadays, because I don't want to get emotionally attached to my electronical devices. I don't want to feel bad for neglecting my virtual pet. One disadvantage to the new apartment I did just get actually is no pets. I didn't have any pets, but it is a factor, so that means no cats, no dogs. I can have fish. Ah, that was late. Oh gosh, way too early on that one too. And that gets us the black key, so now we can get this guy released, and just like everyone else, he is actually somebody who's going to curse us. Stuck in a cage, or stuck in a treasure chest for 1,000 years, and still comes out and is like, yes, we are going to curse you.
Being able to swim as paper is so...
Mm-hmm.
such a curse, apparently.
It's been a while since I've actually read this dialogue. He was like, are you sure you're actually okay?
What, for not getting another explanation?
No, in a part of his text, he flashed in and he was like, oh, are you sure that didn't hurt?
Oh. Well, I guess you're having fun, it's the last one. You already know what's coming.
Yeah. Piddly little boat. It only works in certain places where there's a pre-designated panel to let you use it. So the paper boat still isn't skippable in the speedrun, is that right?
I'm sorry, repeat?
Paper Mario 1000 Year Door speedrun, they still are not able to skip the boat,
Yeah,
right?
they need the boat just in that one section to get to the Grotto Tower.
Oh yeah, same thing with the Ultra Boots.
That's why Power Skip would skip the boat. And the Ultra Boots has one section you use them in the second half.
And just skip all of that.
As well as the Ultra... You still need Ultra Hammer early to do some stuff. Technically, you wouldn't need the Ultra Hammer either for that section.
Oh gosh, the dream of getting the Ultra Hammer early all of a sudden never appears in the speedrun. What does that mean? You get to the final boss with the Super Boots and Super Hammer?
I mean, the levitate percent, if you use levitate as a cheat code, you can beat the game under an hour with no upgrades.
Oh boy.
You just trick the game into thinking in Chapter 7. And you go by your power rushes.
Yeah?
You don't need Bobbery, so you just go over the wall to Chet Ripple, and you're all set.
You just go over the wall. Oh man, I'll have to remember that one. Did I get the star piece? I believe I did. Yes, I did. Okay.
I don't think you even get Coops either.
Your partner's is basically... I'm trying to think. Goombella, is that it?
I think you do need Coops to go get Power Bounce.
Ah.
Even though technically I think there's a way you can skip that puzzle. I'll have to look at the TAS again.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting to basically finish the game almost in a pre-hooktail state in partners. Well, then again, you have a whole bunch of power rushes and 5 HP. That'd be intriguing to just never get upgrades and to only be able to use partners for the overfield puzzles. Just go through the rest of the game. Nothing but Goombella and Koops, and you can only have one super ranked. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the gate handle. And there we go. Now I do know it is possible to jump on this boat in a really specific way, but I am not skilled enough to do that. I believe I'm going to run across here with the Yoshi now. Off we go. We just barely make that. You can tell it's been a while because I'm like, wait, does this make it again? I believe it does. I remember it making it. Okay, it does. Oh gosh, that's not making it. That's making it. There we go. Put the gate handle there, and that raises the gate, and that lets us go do a whole bunch of things. And we're told once again we should turn back. That freaky ghost. At what point do you just go, okay, can you quit making that sound, whatever, whoever you are? Thanks in advance. So if I recall correctly, there's a Defend Plus partner in the waterfall. Am I recalling right? I actually should go check out. I don't want to pick up any partner badge, though. Yeah, shoot, I forgot. I believe that's defend plus partner, though. I totally forgot. I legitly forgot. Because I'm now actually wondering to myself, actually, is that the second defend plus? Or is it defend plus partner?
Behind the waterfall, defend plus partner.
Defend plus partner. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, where the defend plus is by the 3 shine swords. In Roleport.
Ah, yes, thanks for the reminder.
Also needs the boat to be by.
The boat that I just got. Thanks. Yankee Gal, you need a new challenge for a game you already played. What's a game you recently played? Maybe we can think of or come up with a challenge for you if you need a challenge. You could do what I do. Maybe try to get through Paper Mario TTYD your door using Mario by himself. Just what I'm doing. Maybe you can complete it in a timely fashion, as opposed to me. And there goes the Skype call. Looks like you're with just me as I take on the waves. And I failed. Back to the beginning. And I clipped that wave as well. I don't recall this being difficult, so I must be, well, as they say, failing. Oop, gotta dodge that. Oh, message. Sorry. Oh, wow, Yoshi, blue screen of death. We'll let him call back. So yeah, that's a scary thing to see. Your computer blue screen of death. I forgot if I mentioned this last stream when we were doing the Mario Maker stuff, but I hit the tail end of that wave. But like I tried installing Windows 10 on all of my computers because you know I'm a tech savvy guy, and I'm like, yeah, Windows 10. We'll get that upgraded. We just want to check it out. You know, it's a Microsoft operating system. From my point of view, even as an IT guy, Microsoft OS is, you know, there's some features, but it's Windows. If you run Windows NT 4.0 or later, Windows doesn't change, really. So it's just whatever, Windows 10. I actually kind of like some of the UI changes in Windows 10, So in that regard, my desktop computer, when I upgraded to Windows 10, shortly thereafter, after I upgraded it, it wouldn't start up. It would give me a blue screen of death while it was starting up. Then we'd reboot, blue screen of death. Try to do a startup repair. No success. It didn't help me at all. Just tried everything and nothing seemed to help, so I had to revert it back to Windows 7. So yeah, Windows 10 didn't work for me, is the moral of the story for the desktop computer. But on the laptop, it worked out great, so that's a good sign. Here we go. So as for a challenge for you, Yankee Gal, you were mentioning that you like playing the Ace Attorney games, but the thing is, Ace Attorney games, once again, a very story-driven game, to where you can't really do a challenge run of Ace Attorney. Maybe you could challenge yourself to see as much alternate dialogue as possible, because sometimes you do get some dialogue splits and dialogue trees. Sometimes it is impactful, other times it is not so much impactful, as I will just say. Sometimes it makes a difference whether you answer correctly or not correctly. Okay, there's one small problem that I sometimes run into. It's the word incorrectly. I would like to do this correctly. Make sure. Oh, I know where this comes in. This comes in when I'm actually providing technical support, and I find myself saying something along the lines of, "You need to type in the password in correctly." Where I'm just saying type in the password and then the word in by itself and then the word correctly. But because the prefix in can also mean not, it's almost something like I'm saying type in the password incorrectly as in not correctly. Which is a shame because it just sounds wrong. So sometimes I find myself wording or phrasing around it. Make sure you type in the password correctly. I suppose rearranging the words just does the trick right there. But sometimes that catches me off guard. Oh hey, look, it's Frankie and Francisca. They were on the boat alongside all the dirty toads. Alright, I believe we've had enough time futzing around in the background here. I believe the Pirate's Grotto is pretty much almost done. I only ran into one bad snag because I did not guard so well. Here we go, we're gonna land on the boat, and then... I missed the barrel. I don't think the barrel is actually lined up as well as I'd like it to. There we go, this should do the trick. Ah, don't! Mario. There we go. I actually lost my train of thought. I was talking about correctly and incorrectly. Wow. As I was saying, I had to use a sweet tree because I was not guarding or super guarding like I should. Wow, okay. Yeah, perspective is definitely kicking my ass right now. There we go. Look at the shadows, Miles Luigi, and that should do the trick. So anyway, all the toads are here, and yes, we have saved you. But what other games do you like, Yankee Gal? We'll think of a difficulty challenge for you to do. Since we are doing Paper Mario TTYD, you do always have the pre-Hooktail run. I know sometimes people ask me to do another pre-Hooktail run. Time commitment. I sometimes wish. I was saying at the very beginning of the stream, like doing YouTube and Twitch for a living, and it would be pretty intriguing if I could do that for a living. Give me a sec here. I have to log into Twitch. I actually didn't realize I wasn't even logged into Twitch. Give me a sec here. Get out of here. Okay. So why are we here on Keelhaul Key? And I believe at this point this wall is impenetrable. So did we get a chance to see the Chicago Marathon last weekend? I did not. Oh, hello there. You're totally not suspicious at all. I see we both have a similar fashion sense. We both like wearing overalls. I see your overalls is yellow. It almost looks like a life preserver. Who is Grotto again? I don't recognize that name. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go over to our badges. P down D up is really awesome, but when it comes to Cortez, his 20 HP cap is very limiting to him, actually. It limits what he is capable of doing, so if I overwhelm Cortez, he is not gonna do so well, to say the least. So let's take a look at my notes again here for Cortez. Do I have Spike Shield? I sure as hell picked up Spike Shield. I remember why I put Spike Shield on this list. Oh, I need to go to all badges here. Okay, so we want the Spike Shield so we can jump on the spiked enemies here. And we want to put on a multi-bounce. Now we put a multi-bounce. Oh, I don't even have a list of badges. Just have multi-bounce and as much attack power as possible. Much attack power as possible. So we're going to be going in jumps ahoy, obviously. So, and if we really want to make mincemeat of Cortez, we're obviously going to need power bounce here. So, yeah, I say Cortez doesn't really stand a chance now here, does he? +3 attack power. That just goes through any defense that he actually had. And it's just like I can drill through him, and he doesn't really stand a chance. Okay, so with that, I have to figure out what to spend this last badge point on. I also want to be like YouTube, Twitch audience. What should I put the last badge on? I forgot what Cortez's status elements were, and I was the one who researched them, so you'd think I would remember, but I don't. But nothing really helps me here. But Miles Luigi, didn't you say in your Let's Play that tornado jump is useful here? Not as useful as multi-bounce. I hate to tell you, my dear theoretical friend who argues with me. Am I the only one who does that? I have a thought process and then I argue with myself. That can't be just me. That can't be just me. Here we go. I like arguing with a fictitious person in my mind that I just make up. I can't be the only one. It's good, you know, when you're thinking on a situation, or especially like, let's just say you have a job interview coming up, and you'd be like, oh hey, a job interview coming up. It's good to think theoretically what are going to be the responses to some of your answers to questions that you're preparing for. You'd be like, I have a lot of skill in Linux administration. Tell your story about Linux administration. Then you can anticipate the follow-up questions like, what'd you do to that server? Or can you give me an example of your experience on a console command line? You know, junk like that. Pirates don't moan. Oh, it was National Talk Like a Pirate Day not too long ago. I should have streamed on that day. I missed that opportunity. I forgot what I was doing. I think I was working that day. It wouldn't have worked. Here we go. Alright. So yeah, with all the attack increases, and let's watch this. So yeah, that single power punch basically just put him within a KO range of a normal jump. And like that, he is dead. Though Cortez is not one who goes down without a fight, he's going to switch over to his next form. Oh, just enough. That was a perfect power bounce actually for me to finish it off with a normal jump. Alright. Ah, shine. I am definitely not used to dodging Cortez's attacks, I can tell you that. And here comes out all weapons. Now you can normally not jump on these weapons, and they whack up a polyp really quickly. So I want to get rid of these buggers. Oh gosh darn it, that multi-bounce is terrible. There we go. So the weapons come back ultimately. So maybe I should just go with, hey, just leave the two weapons here and take out Cortez. Yeah, I think we can go with that strategy. Oh, perfect power bounce again. Oh, fog! No! Oh, this could totally ruin things for me. Hook can cause poison. Oh wait, that's right. Even though I got the perfect power bounce, he's gonna do this. You're gonna have to take 2 more attacks, Cortez, won't you? The other weapon should be coming back. Please go away, Fog. Ah, you're still here. You're still here. Well, I might as well throw the attempt over at Cortez, because the Fog should stick up for his counter attack and help me out. And if this lands, this helps a lot. There we go. There we go. And like that, the fog has gone away, and I can just hop on over to Cortez and knock him out. Like so. I could have Earth Chambered, WTF, you absolutely got me there. Earth Chamber was a solution there. I guess I actually got through that battle without using any star power at all. I could have completely, absolutely overpowered him if I would have used the power lift, so. Cortez never dies, but he gives up. Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
You got the blue screen of death.
This computer's like 6 years old now, I think. 5 or 6. It's probably time to move on.
I don't feel bad. The computer I'm currently using is like 5 years old, actually.
Yeah, I don't maintain it super well, though.
Probably
could use a cleaning.
get all the dust out of it, and then
both physically and on the hard drive, in terms of memory.
I think you're talking about clean install of Windows 7.
I'm on Windows Vista Home Premium, I think.
Oh, still on Vista. Holy cow. That's something I do not run into too much, even though I work into IT. Hello, Windows Vista.
Has 7 been pretty common since?
Yeah, 7 is very, very common. 8 and 10, not so much. With the clientele that I support, it is, I want to say, 70% Windows 7, and then the majority of that 30% is still XP. Because people don't want to buy new computers.
That's interesting. Was more people in XP than Vista?
Yes, I would say there are more people on XP than Vista, because it comes down to people don't want to spend money upgrading their computers, and even though Windows XP is no longer supported, where's the incentive to upgrade computers? And since my company is an IT services, our stance is that will help our clientele upgrade their computers, but we won't force them. Which basically runs into situations where, well, the company is just like, we don't have money to upgrade the Windows machines, so we won't. Of course, that means it's their own damn fault. Okay, so with that said, we are going to hop on over to our badges here. The spike shield isn't needed for us anymore, so now I can debate what else I can put on. With 4 BP I can plop on the other flower saver, or I could shoot for luck, or I could go another avenue. I see I already have HP plus on. I'm trying to think, what is the best policy here for our surprise battle coming up here? I could go totally lucky. I think I will go totally lucky. Totally lucky. Do I eat fish pancakes? I will just straight out tell you, Yankee Gal, no. I kind of have an affinity against eating fish, unless it's cooked properly. But if it's not cooked properly, and more often than not, fish is not cooked properly in my personal opinion, I gag if I try to eat fish. So I stay away from fish.
There's a good reason.
Koba's got the right emotes. Yes. Flavio, 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 Flavio. Sadly, we have passed Flavio, DK. And I did not do any sequence breaking, so there was no taking Flavio out of Chapter 5.
The optional crystal star, I wish.
I believe you only have to beat Chapter 7 and just due to the way the game works, it sets flags and essentially it gives you the rest of the crystal star powers, am I right?
It gives you the rest of the crystal stars, so you unlock Chapter 8.
Yeah.
But I think in English, it doesn't let you use other star powers, but in Japanese it does. There's something weird there.
It is weird. But I will just say DK Koba. It's been a while since I've done this, but basically my goal here is to beat the Paper Mario games, Paper Mario, and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, using Mario by himself. I have a action replay code on. It just permanently sets all the partners' HPs to 0, so they cannot be used. They can't even be used for defense or any other purposes. They just are there, dead, all the time. They can only be used on the field. And I'm also adding to the challenge that I'm not using any items as well. So this chapter wasn't too bad. This is probably a good chapter to get back into the run, because I haven't streamed for months. Because it is going to get harder all the way through to the end. Whose emote is Coops crying? That must have a story behind it. That's the thing with Twitch emotes, is more often than not, like any emote that you see, more often than not has a story behind it. Yes, thank you. Good luck on Shadow Queen. I am going to have my game on when I get that far, and I am not afraid to admit right now it may take multiple tries and maybe even multiple streams. Hopefully not too much, but just as a foreshadowing here. But yeah, I want to say all those emotes actually are almost. I could be wrong. I'm going to guess that they're almost, though. Pardon me, I'm blowing you up.
No danger, Mario.
No danger, Mario. I suppose that technically wasn't a policy. I totally could, but it's like, what? The point is to challenge me? If I danger Mario it, the challenge is gone. So, no. No danger, Mario. I could, theoretically. It's like, well, theoretically, if you just don't want any challenge after Chapter 5, I'll just throw Mario's HP to 5 and just power bounce and multi-bounce everything. Dun 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 dun, Lord Crump. Danger Mario 10 HP. Well, now you're just asking for trouble. Because if you danger Mario set up anything past the 5 HP, the strategy still works, but then it becomes a puzzle of how do you get your HP to 5 or less before you cream everything. Which there is some form of challenge to it, but I guess my perspective on that is, why would you go through with that then? Like, you either break the game, or you make a puzzle for yourself to break the game, or you don't break the game. It is a puzzle, though. I will give you that. You have to think to yourself, like, especially, like, let's just say you're fighting Grotto near the end of the game, and it's like, well, how do I get myself from 10 HP down to 5 or less? Especially since characters near the end of the game can typically do more than 10 damage per turn to you. So it's not like you could just take the hits, bam, kill them back, so... Oh yeah, stage hazards too, that's right. Stage hazards can kill you. If you go into water or stage hazard or some kind at 1 HP, it just straight outright kills you. And I want to say that's is that a factor in the speedrun? I forgot how often the speedrun puts Mario into peril. I need to look up my Paper Mario 1000 Year Door speedrun stuff again. But you do put Mario into peril occasionally, right? Why, Yoshi?
Yes.
Okay.
For you set up. You manipulate Chapter 2 boss Grotto's attack, not Grotto's, Crump's attacks. So you have 1 HP. And you stay that way for Chapter 3 and Chapter 4.
Ah, yeah. Okay. That's right, we have to go ask Cortez for help. While everyone is just standing there being shot at by cannonballs. Oh, come on. There we go.
And it's smart. I wonder, you must, I'm trying to remember, you level up at some point and you have to get down to 1 HP. Somehow, there are strategies routed out.
Oh, Flavio, we might not be carrying you around, but still, your facial expression is pretty priceless here. You have the skull gem. Turn you into a piranha and throw a party on the beach. Set sail! And so we leave behind the treasure room without taking any treasure for ourselves. And here we go. Everyone all aboard the old rackety ghost ship. This almost feels like Retribution. You come into this chapter, ooh, spooky island, the embers are out to get you. And now you're using the embers.
These spam bots, I'll keep an eye out chat for it.
Oh, thank you.
I thought they only invaded popular chats. What the hell is it doing here?
I couldn't tell you. There was one earlier today, actually, when your computer blue screen that I had to take care of. Boom, bassa, boom.
I guess maybe there must be some auto. They figured out how to code way to just go on the random streams now.
Mm-hmm. And so everyone just chaotically jumps back and forth between each other, and now it's our turn to get into the next boss battle. There we go, against Lord Crump. Seaweed. So, Crump's HP is 30, so he goes down pretty quickly, not as quickly as, say, Cortez did, but quick enough that I'm going to try to go for it without the special attack. Speaking of things, you can actually use Sweet Feast in this battle. That's, yeah, it's just like, yeah, you got that star power, you can totally use it here. Most people don't notice that right away, so yeah, let's take out Lord Crump. So our Lord Crump doesn't even use his pile of minions because we knocked down his HP so quickly. Instead, he's got all the people on the ceiling here rocking out, and now things are going to fall down that are, like, impossible to dodge. Okay. There we go. Was that enough to knock out Crump for him to revive himself? Yes, it was. Because what Lord Crump does is he is a cheating bastard. He's like, oh, you killed me? No, no, you're not killing me. And then he comes out with his minions to basically do the Ball of Doom attack. This has to be really uncomfortable. Ah, and also that is, like, stupidly hard to dodge. And don't mind this speedrun chat, Aikengale, because speedrunning is all about finding the tips and tricks in the game to be able to get through it more quickly. So, I always appreciate chat because it's like we learn more things about the games we love through speedrunning.
Indeed, barely any glitches found until 2 years ago. Now there's one.
Because I know there was a Let's Play of Ocarina of Time that I watched that was basically Let's Glitch Ocarina of Time, and it was all about getting through Ocarina of Time using all these glitches like Bottle Adventure, sliding, and all these other crazy things. Yeah. It was just like, holy cow, Ocarina of Time is broken. And it's nice to see that being applied to both Paper Mario and Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, which for the longest time we all thought that these games were pretty solid, technically speaking, as in they're hard to break, difficult to break. A traditional speedrun 1000 Year Door would clock in around 7 hours, but there's enough stuff to skip now that we're down to around 4 hours 30 minutes, and it could get lower. So, we're going to go ahead and finish up Chapter 5 here. We're only about an hour on the stream, and I've got 2 hours here, so if you guys want us to continue with the Mario load, that's good. I actually think I will. I was going to pitch maybe going over to Mario Maker, but I think we're going to stick with 1000 Year Door all night tonight. So, I think it'd be really interesting to do a Let's Glitch Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. If I were to do that, though, I would need a Japanese copy of the game. Now, theoretically, because I have homebrewed my Wii here, if I got a Japanese copy of Thousand Year Door, you know, I could load it.
Right.
So I could, you know, do glitchy stuff. I could also do stuff with Dolphin. I have a feeling if I ever did like a Let's Glitch Thousand Year Door run, well, first things first, I absolutely want to beat this Mario Lone Run first. The second thing is definitely would be something along the lines of actually see my Let's Play if you're interested in the story and the cutscenes, because today we're just going to glitch everything out. And I'd also have to learn some skills and do some glitches reliably, you know, stuff like the Ultra Hammer early, so I've never actually done that before. I don't know how difficult it actually is. Ooh, DK Kuda. I may be interested. Keeps copies of Japanese copies of. I take a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Let me know. Send me a message. If it's a Twitter account, tell me what the Twitter account is. Ah, yes, physical security is the best security. See, because Tech, he has access to the entire network here, but he does not have access to disks not connected to him. This is like saying I can't access the files on my USB thumb drive when it's not connected to my computer. So now we have, I believe this is the longest Peach segment. This is one that was so exciting for speedrunners to be able to skip, because, like, who wants to do the Peach segment? Oh, this is all the potions. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to get a stopwatch ready. Thankfully I have one ready. I completely forgot this puzzle though, so I'm gonna have to refigure it out. Thank you, DK Kuba. Alright, so let's see if I can remember this puzzle. So do not place the red potion on the far right. And if I recall correctly, there's another note that says the red and another potion go on the far edges. So we know it doesn't go on the right. So it must go on the far left. Place the blue potion next to the red potion. There we go. Alright, now where's the other notes here? No, place 2 potions between the green potion and the red potion, so that must mean... Yeah, there we go. That wasn't too difficult to figure out. It was just kind of also partially remembering the puzzle. And please cue the button on the control panel here. Yes, because this isn't making any noise at all. And the stupid jar, instead of just going straight through the conveyor belts, it goes back and forth. So you think, oh hey, it's just button to button, but then all of a sudden it does this. Yeah, it skips right past that one. And then I think it goes to the end. Yep, nope, it stops here first. I didn't actually start a stopwatch. Guess I'll have to count in my head then. We'll find out if I mess up or not.
This is the interlude that got skipped first in the speedrun, fortunately. (22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Ah boy, so Mario Kart expert thinks I messed it up. Did I mess that up? Did I? Yes, I did mess it up. I became small!
You cannot count seconds well, apparently.
Apparently no, I can't. Let's just double check these notes. Place the blue potion next to the red potion. Do not place the red potion on the far right. Then finally place the 2 potions between the green. Place two potions between green and red. Place 2 potions between green and red. Oh, I read that backwards actually. Ah, no! No! Ugh. Place 2 potions in green. Okay, you got me there. I read that backwards. I am bad at my puzzle solving. Yay, we get to watch the beaker go back and forth a little bunch again, except without text boxes to interrupt it all. Or, oh, the text boxes are still here. Miles Luigi doing challenge run. Messes up Peach segment challenge. And off over here it goes. Oh, that's right, over here. And then the last one. And this time I should be ready with a stopwatch before it makes it over. Stopwatch, here we go. I'll heat the beaker, press the button exactly 30 seconds after heat starts. There we go. And we got a stopwatch going this time, so we should be good to go. Mario alone plays as Peach. I think I was counting my seconds slow when I was just doing it in my head. The seconds feel like they're just flying by. 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes, you see, what I should be doing is I should be doing the skip that lets you get Mario to Peach and do these segments with Mario. There we go, that actually looks correct. I thought that looked wrong when it was all, like, black and stuff. There we go. Alright, everybody, so we know what's coming up here. Our clothes don't become invisible, so we have to walk around naked. And there we go, and just like that, all these X nuts are door open. That there was nobody there. Little do they know that there's kind of a naked lady that they have in prison just walking in front of them. She's invisible. Let's not try to think too hard about it. Let's just get her transparent shadow all the way into Sir Grotto's room. Because if shadow is the lack of light caused by obstructing light sources, then how can you explain this shadow? You can't. But anyway, on to really fuzzy carpet and a really spectacular aquarium in the background. So that's where those buggers come from, isn't it? So there's his computer in this posh desk. Could you imagine having to come into Sir Grotto's room and be like, I just wanted to come into your room, Sir Grotto, because your carpet is amazing! And he just tells his worker, you need to get back to work. Anyway, in this box of data disks, I guess we found the right data disk, so we could just plop it into Grotto's computer, and Tech has access to Grotto's computer, so he can be like, copy, paste. Which for whatever reason, the copy-paste program is the same as the Famicom disk system. It must be a Nintendo computer. This must be a theoretical future in which instead of having Macs and PCs, you have Nintendo family computers. And whatever their competitor would be. Windows. You have Nintendo computers, Mac, and Windows. Oops, I forgot to turn this to the original place. There we go. And the next night I was just like, oh my gosh, these doors are malfunctioning. Drink the green potion, so I hope nobody does a fingerprint analysis on that data disk, because we might have been invisible, but we still would have left greasy fingerprints on that thing. Oh, then again, Peach is wearing gloves. Actually, she wouldn't leave greasy fingerprints on it, because she's wearing... Oh, wait, no, she wasn't wearing gloves, she was naked. Never mind. She would have. Okay. Because you can't walk around with just gloves on. There's pairs of gloves just moving around over there. And you're completely invisible, so you couldn't sneak the gloves on you. You literally couldn't carry anything on you. The data is encrypted. Oh boy, Grotto, you encrypted. So now Tech has to use all of his processing power on brute forcing his way into that data. I think all of Grotto's computers run on the Nintendo operating system because they're all like graphically and fancy and probably really friendly to use. I guess X-Nauts prefer the Nintendo operating system. They it must be their favorite. Yes, that is the solution we need, Belzarna. Clear investigation gloves. Alright, so we're going to hop over to the Bowser segment, and I don't think this is the castle one. I think that's the next chapter, which means we're doing Twilight Town. Ah, yeah, that's right. This is this Bowser scene. The place where it is always twilight, near the North Pole. Twilight Town. Which, if you guys don't get, that's kind of a joke that some places near the poles, the sun's always out. It never becomes nighttime. On the other hand, other half of the year, it's always nighttime. It is not necessarily the funnest place to live. So you think this big Koopa Troopa, you know, with spikes and looks all evil is going to turn you into a pig. That's not, like, the least of your concerns here. You run into a Koopa Troopa this big, and I think your first thought is, "Oh gosh, please don't eat me." But I'm not the citizens of Twilight Town. They might have different fears, and they see a big Koopa Troopa, and their fear isn't, "Oh gosh, that thing's gonna eat me." Their fear is, "Oh gosh, I'm gonna get turned into a pig." To be fair, they were just turned into pigs. And also, to be fair, last I checked, Bowser does have some magical expertise. So maybe if he did actually have a wand, Bowser doesn't use the wand too often, but if he did, shoot the wand, boom, into a pig. Yeah, way to blow it, Kamek. Instead of trying to negotiate your way, being like, "Hi, I'm a friendly Magic Koopa on a broom," because there are friendly Magic Koopas on the broom. I heard you know some things about the crystal stars. Perhaps we should negotiate. Yeah, Bowser shows no mercy. Bowser's in for a bad time. So if you lived in this town and just saw these two armies line up against each other like this, your thought would probably be to run, which, looking at this, I don't think there's any Twilight Town residents here, so they probably did all just run. Fire in the hole! So those are acted before he thought, because, well, now you just, kinda... It blew everyone up, and they all died. The end. Alright, so we got about a half hour before we're going to call it the end of the stream. It's not really enough to get too invested into Chapter 6.
Game Chapter 6 will take a bit, too.
We can go out of our way to get that Defend Plus we were talking about in Toad Town, do some other preparations. So I said that'd probably be the best use of our time, actually. Yes, all these toads, they have family and friends to finally get back to who have been worried sick about them because they've been stranded on this island for so long. But these guys here, they're going to tough it out on the island because they like life on the island. Oh, do I have to do this whole Frankie and Francisca side quest before Chapter 6 for the train? I totally do. So yeah, we're definitely not getting into the train this stream. I'm definitely going to take care of the side questing crap, though. And there we go. Off we go. So unless I sequence broke my way to the pipe to Chapter 5, we're going to have to take in this Cortez ship back and forth. And so Flavio is going to finish up his journal, and so we will never read it again. Thankfully, Flavio is pretty open about his journal. He doesn't care if too many people read it, as opposed to a certain other person. If we even try to peek into their journal or diary, we just immediately get a game over. If I were an animal, what animal would I be? Am I the best person to actually answer that question? 'Cause I'm biased. I'm biased, so I just want to be some sort of strong, smart animal. Maybe a person. Diary percent. Yes, it's a speed run where you try to get to the diary and get a game over as fast as possible, which would be limited by how fast could you get on the train. Which I want to say the fastest you could get on the train would be the Chapter 5, Chapter 6 sequence break. I don't think that's a serious category for Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Runners, diary percent. That reminds me of a set of videos I saw. This was long ago, but this one guy wanted to find out what is the quickest game over you can get in a video game. And like there was this old like I think it was either Commodore game or Atari game. I think it was Commodore game where you start next to like a patch of water. You go immediately to the right, you go into the water, you die, you get game over, and it's like less than a second game over. But he noted, because he asked his YouTube audience about it, and like his YouTube audience correctly answered, the game where you can get the fastest game over is Super Paper Mario, because you could get a game over before you even start. Because you could choose just to not be a hero, and because there's no more heroes, well, the world's gonna end. All the worlds are gonna end. How has Super Paper Mario been doing speedrunning wise? Out of curiosity, do you know why, Yoshi?
I think the world record's about 420,
okay.
430.
Okay.
There's not much to the run. You have to know something called a fuddly jump.
I see. Okay. Nothing.
There's no major skips.
Okay. That's kind of a shame. Oh well. So with that said,
basically you have like a 1 or 2 frame window. When you ground pound, you can flip into 3D or back to 2D and jump again. with Thudley.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. You can.
So that lets you skip most of the over there.
Chapter
If
7.
it's done correctly.
Yeah. I'm surprised it doesn't let you skip more because you get Thudley Chapter 3, so you'd imagine you could do more with him. But I guess not.
I don't mean there's anything anywhere else that vertical.
Alright, so I have to remember the course of events, but I think the correct action here, go get that Defend Plus, and go get the Crystal Star back to the door. There we go. Well, I could talk to Mr. Chet Rippo here, but no. Dazzle, though. I'll speak to you, Dazzle. Let's see here. Was there anything else that I needed to purchase from you? You have Happy Flares. You also have Peekaboo. Which you might be wondering, Peekaboo, Miles Luigi? What? Yeah, Peekaboo is a badge I actually want from you, though. And you might be wondering, what? Well, when you're fighting enemies that have a lot of HP, the 2 BP needed for Peekaboo, it is nice to be able to keep track of the battle without a pen and paper. I'll just say that. And I'm actually looking at this. The Happy Heart and the Happy Flower is the only other things that I would theoretically want from Dazzle. So we'll just pick up Peekaboo right now. There we go. And we actually have enough to pick up one of the Happies, so we'll pick up Happy Flower. Alright, with that said, if we double check our badges, we did upgrade our BP at one point. We're gonna flop off that Jumpman, plop on a Defend Plus, and blow up this barricade. Yes! So now we can more easily walk around the Toad Town sewers way more easily.
Yeah, double jump is harder than Ultra Hammer, really. The game is hard to actually do well.
It's a high skill ceiling, and especially for a game that takes...
Strength. You have to know frame perfect stuff, figure out how to time it yourself, blah blah blah.
And when you're dealing with a game that takes like 4 hours, I can understand why there wouldn't be too much interest in running it. And there we go. Now, if I recall correctly, is it this pipe or is there another pipe? Ah! Oh, we're not going to find out right now. I still have the spike shield on, right? I'm just going to go on a whim and say that I do. Here we go! Yo! Oh, okay, I don't. I took it off. That was a YOLO moment. I should have kept it on, obviously, because I don't think I'm prepared badge-wise for these guys. Yeah. I guess that's half the fun, isn't it? Oh, that doesn't even fling this thing back? Wow, that's terrible. Bright side, I can take the attacks, but still. You have 6 HP, don't you? Yeah, that must be it, because that's why you didn't die on the super hammer at the end there. So yeah, I'm gonna be dealing with probably an endless wave of reinforcements unless I earth tremor this, so we're gonna earth tremor it. Ah, early on that one. It would have been nice to hit 5, because then I could super hammer to win, but it looks like I'm not doing that. So we'll take it. Oh, okay, it did take him out. Huh. I'll take it! So yeah, I'm going to be running into some spiked enemies here, so I should totally flop on... where are you, Spike Shield? There you are, Spike Shield. Flop on Spike Shield right now, because that was kind of embarrassing and lack of preparation on my end. It happens. Power Bounce. You know what? Throw on Quake Hammer. Throw on Quake Hammer, which means I can no longer have Power Bounce. And Happy Heart. Okay, so now that we got past that embarrassment, I believe this pipe takes me to the Pit of 100 Trials, which, for those of you new, I said that I am specifically for challenge reasons leaving the Pit of 100 Trials to the last part of this run, actually, after I beat the game. Basically, I'm using enemies alone as my means of leveling up. I'm not going out of my way of grinding things, I'm just progressing through the game kind of as intended, killing everything along the way. But no further level ups than that, so that I should be ending the game around level 27, level 28, and then going through the Pit of 100 Trials then, which should actually make the Pit of 100 Trials a bit more difficult, because it's going to be a lot more reliant on resource management, especially without items. So, and I'm also making another rule that I'm not allowed to use any picked up badges, which is going to make a huge deal in this room, because chances are one of you guys are going to drop a lucky badge that I'm not going to allow myself to use. So, because we have a whole bunch of Spanias. These crazy critters and their crazy moves that I should, and alright, know how to disregard, so I might as well practice it now. There we go. Way too early on that B button push. Alright, so yeah, I'm literally in no danger because the Spanias can't even do damage to me. It'll be the Sponya that's in this room that I'll have to worry about. Oh, I could be knocked asleep. I suppose there's that. Alright, here we go. B button. There we go. Will I be put asleep? Feel my controller rumble. Yes, I will be! Now, I'm not going to take any damage from this, so I don't think Mario will wake up from it. He's just going to sleep through it all. Oh yeah, he's also going to heal for my happy heart. That's intriguing how you can be asleep, and as long as you don't take any damage, you'll never wake up. Does that apply to enemies too? If you attack an enemy, do no damage, they'll never wake up? I want to say it does. There we go. Alright, we've got poison mushrooms lined up, so we just want to kill you before that even has a chance to roll. I can't help but feel that bingos must have totally trolled Paper Mario 1000 Year Door speedrunners at some point. Especially the poison mushroom bingo. It has to have happened. Hey, good night, DK Kuba. Nice having ya. You know what? I super guarded them last turn. I do it one more time, they die. I'm going for it. Ah, so close. Let's try that again. There we go. It's just way easier to clear out this room than it is to try to avoid all the enemies, especially when you're dealing with non-threatening enemies such as this. Although I am going to take some damage from the one in the back, but I do have spike shield, so I can just be like, nope, not happening. Oh gosh, I messed that one up really badly. You gotta be more careful. You're correct, Mario Kart expert. Double pane does what it says. That was way early. Come on, Miles Luigi, you can do better. There we go. There we go. But yes, double pane is straight, you take 2 times damage, which means something that does half of your health worth of damage will do all of your health worth of damage. Which means you die.
Does the double pane round up or not?
What was that, Yoshi?
Does double pane round up on odd HP?
Ooh, I don't know if it does.
If it rounds under, you'd probably survive it. Like, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. So.
If you are on an even number, you'd die. If you are on an odd number and it rounded down, you'd survive with 1. I want to say it rounds up. Because Paper Mario 1000 Your Door rounds up with the last stands, so I'd have to think double pane has to round up too.
Yeah, the game's usually against you on those little things.
Well, a whole bunch of sleepy sheep here drops. So... ouch. Starting so close to me. You're naughty. There we go. If you want to up the ante in the difficulty here of my run, you can combine the Mario Alone aspect with the double pane aspect. And basically you're asking for a run where you avoid enemy damage as much as possible. Whether that be through super guarding or taking them out as fast as possible or whatever. I gotta take care of the sleepiness first. Yeah, the Spunya here is a threat. And thankfully here, he's just as simple as a super guard as to everything else. But yeah, that level of super guard that I just had on that turn is what you kinda need when you're doing the pre-hook tail run and you're on the 80s and you're facing against a line of like 5 of these bastard Spunyas. Ah, he nailed me. Way too early. Super guard only, WTF that. I take it that's a run where you just go through it. If you miss a dodge, you reset, right? That's at least what I would pose a super guard only run. It's just, you play through the game, cool beans, you miss one super guard, you have to reset. I gotta say, at least my performance so far this stream, it definitely has been sufficient, has been good. Not good enough, especially against Spunyas. I should be able to super guard those very reliably. Ah, no, I need to use you to jump. Here we go, and oh wait, I need to actually time it right too. So you get a whole bunch of partner blocks in this room, but they're useful, or useless to me right now. There we go, and over to the other side, and now we can, oh. Let's try that again. So yeah, the Glitz Pits. Now this game is structured such that later game... oh gosh, I'm just going to use Coops. Later game enemies typically have harder to, well, tells for exactly when the window for guarding and super guarding is. There we go, Defend Plus. Or basically, something that I've found out kind of researching this game myself, the window for guarding and super guarding it's a 3-frame window from the exact moment of impact of attack to 3 frames before that you have to super guard. A Guardian is an 8-frame window from the impact of attack to, well, 8 frames earlier. The thing is, the tell of that exact moment of the impact of the attack is harder to notice on later game NAs. So it's a matter of learning all those tells and, well, playing flawlessly. That's one thing, you gotta play flawlessly if you're gonna do super guards only, because the moment you mess up once, that is a reset. But if it was enjoyable for you, go for it. Absolutely. There we go. Anyway, this pipe is just kind of a shortcut to the door for me right now. Good, I got that star piece. So yeah, WTF, I take it because there's just a small subset of attacks that can't be super guarded in the game. One that comes to mind is the bomb, bulky bomb's attacks. And like some of the items can't be super guarded. I take it you just take the damage from those. You know, you just can't super guard those. That's at least would be my rule of the realm. Any attack that can be super guarded must. Same thing would be true with Bonetail's Bite, actually. You can't super guard that, so you just say, well, for the sake of the run, I suppose if you go down the Pit of Honor Trials, you fight Bonetail, you must super guard all the attacks you can, which that's a heck of a point to get in, say, a super guard only run. Because even if you're clearing out lines of enemies really fast, you get to the 80s and the 90s where you can't so easily clear out the enemies so quickly. Maybe it takes you 2 or 3 turns, so you do have to counter. And you mess up once, now you have to go through the whole pit again. So in any case, we are told today that the next crystal star is located in a luxurious city. A city that costs way too damn much to live in, probably. Yankee Gal, if you want to do... Oh, yay, Poshley Heights. If you want to do a run... Oh gosh, man, bot. Oh man, they are out in force today. Holy cow. Bye-bye, man user.
I've got it. There you go.
Oh, I got it, sorry. I'm paying attention to chat while the game's talking here.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do a run where you have a specific partner, I want to say there's definitely the Pro Action Replay codes to just give you that partner. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure that what they are, but I do know there's also a code that's definitely a code that just gives you all partners. So if you want to do a run where you only use one partner in a specific battle, you could totally go for that. Where basically you're limiting your utility to that single partner. In your case, Yankee Gal, you're recommended a Vivian only, where you're basically limiting to yourself what Vivian's capabilities are. She's not the best tank, but Fiery Jinx is one heck of an attack. 5 damage just everything out on the field, burning damage too. It's a fantastic move. So it would be extremely helpful and, well, behoove you to use that move. Alright, so, I forgot what Professor Frankly told me, actually, because I was paying attention to chat, and your keyboard's going off, Yoshi.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, yeah, that's right, we have to get the tickets. So this is where we have to, talk to the Don, take care of the ticket crap, and, ticket crap is its own side quest here. It'll take us to the end. Oh yeah, Mario Kart Expert. You are right, Fiery Jinx definitely is heavy on the FP, so even though it is a pretty fantastic move, you do have to watch your consumption of it. At least it's not as bad as Bombast. I'm certain if you're watching this and you've had any experience with my Let's Play channel at all, you may recall... Oh, that's not the Pianta Parlor. You may recall, you know, my friend Evil Pop-Tart loves Bobbery, and he loves Bobbery because one of his last attacks is Bombast. And Bombast is an attack that takes 9 FP. And it also blows everything up. He calls it the I win button. Alright, so yeah, we can go to the Don, and the Don, oh, he's sick. Well, you guys, he's not wearing a blanket. That's why he's sick. It's not a bad distribution, WTF. Actually, my distribution for Mario alone is going to be really similar to that. It's going to end up being endgame 40 HP, and any more I need in HP will be from HP pluses. 15 FP, and everything else will be in BP. Mario is not a huge consumer of FP, so consequently I can get away with low FP pretty easily. Mario's highest consuming, I should actually see if I can buy it. Mario's highest consuming FP move is Fire Drive. And Fire Drive is only 5 FP. I should actually go check to see if I can get that. Because I did have plans on using Fire Drive in this run, and since I'm not allowing myself to go into the pit to the end, the only other Fire Drive I can get is the one that I can buy. And I want to say it's buyable now. Ah, yeah. So if you go with the route that you can't guard at all, you only super guard. The, yeah, we take the deal. The challenge then comes in how well can you super guard. If you go 100% perfect, you know, nothing but super guards, then good for you. There are some people who play Thousand Year Door who have reached that level of skill. I remember watching a pre-hooked run. I forgot who did it. I want to say his name was Avenga. I could be totally wrong on that though. Doing a pre-hooked run, he practically super guarded like almost everything. It was amazing. I couldn't believe that. Like, wow. There's just a shine sprite back here. Is that a star? Oh, okay, I almost already got it. So, but if you just go through the game only allowing yourself to super guard, not guard, good luck. It's actually kind of a fun way to play the game. If you do anticipate some challenge though, especially if you're not too good at your super guards. It's a good way to get good at your super guards though. Yankee on Mario alone pre-hook tail. Pre-hook tail is already pretty much, like not entirely, but pretty closely a Mario alone thing. Your partners do get used, and their use is definitely very strongly appreciated. If you're to do pre-hook tail just Mario by himself, you are looking at something quite a bit more challenging in certain spots, but otherwise unchanged in other spots. Alright, so do you have, yes you do have Fire Drive. It's only 100 coins? Since when is Fire Drive from the badge shop only 100 coins? Like, I'll take it, but wow. What else do you sell? You have on sale Head Rattle. I think I already bought Piercing Blow from you. Definitely one of the more useful badges to get out of here. Yeah, I did. Piercing Blow way too useful to go without, so yeah. Fire Drive! Alright, so now we have to go through the whole quest of getting the tickets, which we have to find Franny and Francisca, which, if you recall correctly, they're back over on Keelhaul Key, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Ah yeah, spiky Goombas give a lot of people trouble when it comes to super guarding, and that kind of goes back to the point I was talking about earlier, where the window for guarding and super guarding is related to the exact impact point, or the exact point you take damage from the enemy. And spiked Goombas, I want to say like they hit you, and then just for a couple frames, they just kind of like stay in place on you, and then they hit you. Like you kind of have to watch it frame by frame, but basically there's just a little bit of delay, just teeny weeny little bit of delay between the exact moment the spike Goomba, you know, appears that they land on you and the actual point of impact. That throws me off. That throws a lot of people off in terms of the super guard, because the super guard is from the exact point of impact, and you kind of just have to do what almost seems like a very slightly late super guard, even though it's not. Hard to explain, but that's the general gist of it. Alright, I have to remember exactly how this fetch quest goes, but basically Franny and Francisca, if you're not doing the side quest, they're located down here and they're like, hi, but because we're in the middle of the side quest, we have to head on over to here. We have to watch out for fuzzies. I don't want to fight any fuzzies if I can help it, but no big deal if I do. Then they lose their ring, we have to go get the ring. Oh yeah, we have to sit through the I love you 100 times, that's right. That's what we have to look forward to tonight, everyone. Yeah, Mario Kart Expert, unless you decide to go the Pro Action Replay route to give yourself double pain, you would have to wait until after Chapter 1 to, well, really start the run. But yeah, if you get through Chapter 1 and allow yourself super guarding only and don't take damage, you're good to go. In the Mario Alone Challenge here, all the way back in Chapter 1, I actually beat Hooktail almost exclusively with super guards, but I mussed it up at the end. 100 times. What passive aggression? Alright. We kinda get it. That's exactly right, Mario Kart Expert. It's just double damage after all other calculations. So if you have an attack that does 2 damage, and you guard it with double pain, you take 2 damage because, you know, it's 2 damage, it takes off the guard, so it's 1, then it doubles it, and it's 2. So guarding has some uses when you're wearing double pain in that regard. Same thing is true with damage dodge. Like if you are against an attack that does 5 damage, you have your damage dodges on both of them. You know, instead of you know, doing expected, like say 8 damage, because you know 10 minus 2, it actually would be minus more than that. You'd think you would take 2 damage, but then it would be doubled up to 4. That sounds right. You know, if it attack did 5 damage, you had to do both damage dodges on. It'd be down to 4, then down to 3, then down to 2 because of the damage dodges, then doubled up back to 4. Anyway, I do believe I have Spike Shield on. I also have Quake Hammer, so we can go through it either route. I'm going to Quake Hammer it. Bye-bye, Fuzzy. So yeah, not much I can do to dodge a piranha plant that just appears underneath my feet. So I recently watched a video that was actually done by James Wolf, the same person who does Angry Video Game Nerd, on Little Shop of Horrors, and he said something along the lines of like piranha plants from Super Mario Brothers were inspired from Little Shop of Horrors. And I actually thought to myself, do you actually have a source for that, James? Like, is there somewhere Miyamoto saying the design for the piranha plant was inspired from Little Shop of Horrors? Because I understand there are definitely similarities between, say, a piranha plant and Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors, but it's hard to say that it was like definitely inspired. Like, unless Miyamoto said it somewhere, I actually don't believe James on that quote. Oh yeah, Mario Kart Expert. Once we get to Shadow Queen in my own run here, stupid Flower Fuzzy. It's going to be an uphill battle, to say the least.
Super card, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're absolutely right, Yoshi. I have to be on par with my super guards. Like so.
Of course, he has Sweet Feast, which can heal 48 HP.
With the way the Shadow Queen battle works and the way that I've been looking at it and studying it, it basically comes down to you have one realistic Sweet Feast to use, because you also have to be using your star power for the power lifts. And in terms of how much star power you would get throughout like a typical Shadow Queen battle, you really only have the leeway for a single Sweet Feast, and I'm almost certainly going to be using that Sweet Feast when I get there. So, in case you're wondering, my plan when I get that far is to have a 50 HP Mario with 15 FP, and of course the related badges that make it the most doable. I'm going to be going all out attack power because, as you said, it's definitely super guards, and I don't feel like there's as much benefit to P down, D up if I'm just going to go out to try to finish the battle spectacularly with high attack power as quick as possible. Basically try to get through the slog as quick as possible, because the single P down D up that I would have for that battle I don't think would be worth the significantly less damage I would be able to dish out. That's at least the way I'm looking at it currently. I could go the other way. I could try to go for a longer slog of a battle with P down D up. I don't think it's worth it personally. Ah, yeah, Shadow Blast. I know I did a video on exactly what is the impact frame on the Shadow Queen Blast. It's related to the second wave that comes out and when it hits a specific candle. I forgot exactly off the top of my head it is. But if you look at one of the candles in the second wave, that's actually where the impact point is. And that is when you would want to time a guard or a super guard. It is something that I have done before. It's something you kind of have to learn though. And it's definitely not easy. It's definitely on the harder side of the super guards to get in the game is to super guard the Shadow Blast. It would actually be, just as a fun fact, looking forward to that battle. It's totally in my interest for the Shadow Queen to charge up, Shadow Blast and then do it, because it's just a straight 15 attack, compared to what she would be able to do if she would just attack normally with, say, her hands, or her two hands or the group of hands. She can output more damage of just doing straight attacks than charging up one turn and then unleashing 15 damage the next turn. So if she charges up for me while I'm doing this Mario Alone challenge, it's actually in my interest for her to do that. Because I have one attack that I could theoretically super guard and negate all damage, and that's 2 turns in total that I avoid her 2 hands and the hand waves altogether. Now, normally when you're playing the game, that 15 damage attack hits you and your partner, so normally it's a bit more devastating. Yeah, Mario Kart expert. You will want to use, I'm trying to think now, Koops' final move is the Defense Piercing Shell, which I believe does 5 damage. But does Power Shell, does it do 4 damage when Koops is powered up all the way? I want to say it does, actually.
I think it's 5.
Does it do 5 or does it do 4? Okay, Mario Kart expert said it does 4. Or, last time, no, Shadow Queen doesn't have well, Shadow Queen does, her hands don't.
Should be 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Or not 2, 3. It's definitely 5.
2, 3, 5. That sounds right.
And the defense piercing one of the Ultra is 6.
Yeah.
Shell Slam, I think.
Sounds right.
I never used that.
Typically, you have better moves than Koops' Shell Slams. Koops, like late game, his most usefulness is, his Power Shell is a low FP costing move that hits multiple enemies. That can be really useful, and his shell that he can drop on Mario's head can also find some use. Shell Slam, situational, because usually Fiery Jinx is better than it. Well, I ended this at the exact right times because we have gotten the train tickets now, and Beldam is going to find out that we got train tickets and going to get on the train as well. So that's a thing that's going to happen. So who should say, Drats, you learned about this? I say we should pull Bobbery for that, for the flavor text. I could always consult my Paper Mario 1000-Year Door badge setup guide, because I included all the partner attacks in it when you go to the battle thing. So I could be like, okay, what does Oops do again? Alright, so yeah, Bobbery for flavor text. Ah yeah, that would definitely do it, Mario Kart expert. P down, D up, P. You're in for a not pleasant time. Jolly good show! WTF, there is a P down, D up partner you can get in Chapter 2. Which is basically the same badge, but it's the partner variant. Alright, there we go. So I'm gonna flop Mario into the inn. Actually, wait, no, I'm going to be sleeping a whole bunch in the train. I don't need to do that. I'm going to go save. We're going to call this a stream of Paper Mario 1000-Year Door. Next week, we're probably going to be returning back to Mario 74. And that's actually how I want to do it. Unless there's a reason not to. Kind of rotate between the 3 streams here. Mario 74, Mario Maker, then Paper Mario 1000-Year Door. for until we finish one of the things here. So next week we're going to be going back to Mario 74 and then having some fun there. Once again, give me your Mario Maker level codes. If you're watching this on YouTube, please YouTube message me or send me the Mario Maker codes on Twitter, or go back to the last Mario Maker stream that I did. It'll be Mario Monday 03. Post your level code there in one of those 3 places. If you just post your level code in a random video, I'm going to forget it. I'm going to lose it. I'm not going to be able to play it. Alright. So with that said, we're going to be calling it a stream. Anything you wanted to say before we leave, Wayoshi?
Not really. Nice stream.
Thank you. Alright, and we'll see you next Monday then, everyone. See ya!
Bye-bye.